some Grind King pins. Alright guys, here's what I got. So I grooved out my bare trucks just a tad there on the top. I got sort of a kingpin issue. I'm already very close to hitting the kingpins. I did have to take the kingpin and grind it down some. I've also done that here on my aces. And I got a brand new pair of Gonzalez Signature Indy 215s. 3 sets of Grind King pins and some JB Weld. I'm going to put the Grind Kings in the aces, the bears, and those indies because they all 3 need them. Let's get into this. I'm going to be putting Grind King pins in Indy 215, Bear, that's the 10-inch truck, and the aces. First things first, I got to take these skateboard trucks off the deck so that I can reveal the bottom of the base plate. So I'm expecting there's going to be an issue underneath these bare trucks already. I think I may have noticed a problem when I first bought them. I took a glance. There's barely any room, I don't know if you can see that, for a bolt. For this bolt, for the Grind King. Let's see. All right. That's what I'm drinking, guys. All right, so there's not a lot of room in here to fit this bolt from the ace. It's got to go up there. So it's sitting on top of this little flat, like washer thick top of the kingpin there. So that will go down some, but it is definitely going to make like an indentation into the deck or into the riser pad when I bolt it all back together. I don't see it being a problem. So we're going to move in to step 2 now. I need to take the hangers off. I really want a more carvy truck here because I'm not totally digging the way the bare trucks carve. And I'm going to be using a smaller wheel with these things. So I've kind of got a little level of aggravation going on with the bare trucks right now. But I think I can eliminate it all by changing out this kingpin. I'm going to be doing aces, indies, and bare trucks. All 3 with the Grind King kingpin. I'm really psyched about these new Grind King trucks that are coming out. They probably aren't going to be doing a 10-inch truck. I really wish they were. Alright. Don't need the hangers anymore. So you know what? Let me see what this... Let's get this out. Alright, so that was the removal of the bare kingpins. Those puppies were in there good. So this bolt here, the nut, it's a little bit larger in diameter, if I got it right side down, for this recess. So it's almost like it doesn't quite get as low as it can. If I flip it upside down, it fits in there pretty well. I've just never threaded one on upside down. I'm not even sure if it works. So when you put when you put these trucks together with the Grind King Kingpin, what you want to do is you put the bushing on. You slide the Kingpin through. You hold the bottom bushing up. Then you seat that through. Tight fit. Everything's tight on these. Then you put the base plate on, right? And you gotta go ahead and just get that lined up first. It's a little tricky getting it all to line up. Alright, I got it all seated in there. Kind of might need to hammer this down some to get the bolt sticking out enough to get a thread. So I put it down on the concrete driveway, a little hit of the hammer. I got everything seated in there perfectly. So now I can spin this bolt on. See how it works and if it works. This is going to be a tight deal here. Alright, so this recessed area doesn't quite give me enough room, focus, for the nut. So what I'm going to need to do is turn the Kingpin and get this tightened up as much as I can just to see what I'm dealing with. "10-inch truck gives you room to clear between the wheels." On the bright side, when I'm turning the Allen key to tighten the Kingpin, the nut itself doesn't seem to be spinning. So that would be a super win. Let's see if I can get it behind my white shirt here. You can see how high the nut is sticking up. Now it has to go somewhere. Since I'm using a 1/4-inch riser pad, I could just grind out the back of the riser pad some. I could feel this recess right here with JB Weld and let it get around the bolt real well. And then that might be enough. These trucks are really short. I'm going to want to use that riser pad, and I don't see I ever would want to change it. I think the only reason I would need to JB Weld this at all would be to take the Kingpin off. Because I'm getting enough grip. As this thing pulls tighter into this aluminum alloy, it seems to be locking that nut in place. If I was to ever take the Kingpin out, I'm going to lose probably ever getting that to fit again without taking the base plate off, which is a real pain in the rear. You got to decide now what to do. Because I don't know how I'm going to want this truck permanently, I'm thinking it might be the best bet to not JB Weld it. So I think I'm going to do that with the Bear trucks first. And check this out. Look at the Pig. The Pig 1/4-inch riser pad. It already has a good hole there. Let's see if it happens to line up. Sometimes, let's get the sun. Sometimes things just work out for you. This is one of those days. I see you, Killy. So yeah, that's a beautiful thing. I'm into that. That's an easy fix on the Bear. That'll let me test it out and see if I even want to keep riding the Bears, or I'm just going to put them away. I really want a Carvey truck. I love Ace. If Ace made a 10-inch, I'm done. I'm done. I think Ace is probably my favorite. Once you get the Kingpin, once you get the Grind King mounted in the Indy 215, the Indy 215 is really pretty nice too. I also have a Goldwing 10-inch. That sucker's really tall. I'm going to end up mounting these wheels, 61mm, on my Goldwings because I have the height, and I think I'm going to try to ride a smaller wheel. I may go down to Zoomies, and see if I can just locally pick up like a 56, maybe a mini Vomit, because I'd like to stay with the 97. The awesome Pig 1/4 inch risers let the bolt come right through. Brilliant idea. As long as I don't unseat the kingpin from the nut, I should be able to loosen and tighten just fine, because it really gets a tough bite into this base plate. Alright, so I think all in all, being able to change out the stock kingpin from the Bear trucks was pretty easy, especially being that I think I got away from even needing to use JB Weld on it. As long as I don't unseat the kingpin. If I ever take the kingpin out, I am not assuming I have any chance of ever getting that truck assembled again unless I take the base plate back off and do it that way. The JB Weld helps hold that nut in place, so it's really key. I'm going to go ahead and finger tight the back truck. First. The Pig base plate works really good for these trucks because these trucks have 8 holes. You want the ability to slide your base plate around to match. So like I recommend the Pig base plate just if you're going to buy one. So now I've been riding in the forward position, and I like that. So this makes this board 15-inch wheelbase, and the holes are drilled for 15.5 or 16. And I've actually, by using this back truck 8 drill hole method, I'm able to use this back truck to take an extra 1/2 inch off. If I was to move both trucks, I could shorten my wheelbase by a full inch. A misconception to these trucks is you cannot make your wheelbase any longer. So let's see here. I do not want to strip out my hardware, so I'm only going to snug this up. Yeah, good to go. Got some Grind King kingpins. Yeah, that's gonna give me a lot of clearance now. So that gave me an extra 1/4 inch of clearance, even with that groove drilled out. All right, man, I gotta run for now. The wife's calling me to go to Costco, so let's go get that done and then I'll come back. All right, dude, so what's up? We just did Costco. We did Chili's. I bombed the diet. I ate whatever I wanted. I chased it with a skillet cookie. It was so good. I might need to deal with that later. I think I'm going to join the gym. I think I'm going to get into just burning massive amounts of calories because lately I've been feeling a little sleepy on the skateboard, like just hard to motivate, and I think I'm just not fueling the sail enough, you know? I think I need to be putting more energy down, and I think I need to be dealing with this exchange, right? Like, if I eat more, I'm going to be able to work harder, but I need to work harder and not get fat because that's the negative. You got to use what you take in. I think I'm going to do the Ace trucks next, and those Bear trucks, if that works, it's going to be pretty easy. I just popped in some 58mm Jason Jesse OJs. I believe they're like 101 maybe. I wish I actually had a 97 to put in there. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm probably going to get to try that setup tomorrow. But right now, I'm doing Ace trucks. think Ace trucks are my favorite. I wish Ace would make a 10-inch. If they made a 10-inch, my world would be complete. Grind King. Let's get to it. We're putting it on some Ace trucks right now. Ooh, look at that. Look at that shine. Look at that shine right there. I can get you guys in the eyes maybe. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Get you right there in the eyes. Top bushing. Kingpin. Oh, check that out. It's top of the kingpin is sort of hitting the truck, so it's close. Got that in there. Boy, I'm going to have lots of room to grind with these babies. Alright, so here's the deal. When I spin this, it spins the bolt. On the other trucks, as I spun it, it sucked the nut down into the alloy and it sort of locked itself in, not needing any JB weld. On these trucks, I'm going to need some JB weld. And I don't think there's any reason why I need to really pop any flanges, just based on the difference of depth. It's deeper back here, so being able to have that material locked in at a different level, that's all the grip I'm going to need. I don't see I'm going to need any more grip than that. So I probably want to get it a little tighter if I can before I put the JB weld around it though. Hey guys, my camera must have stopped recording as I was doing this JB weld portion of this video. But what you're going to want to do is take equal portions of the black and the white JB weld together. For doing 2 trucks, I used about a 3-inch line of each. You stir them together until the black and the white mix up and turn gray. Once they turn gray, you take like an old paintbrush or toothbrush, small enough to get in around the bolt. You want to fill that recessed area around that nut really well. And then you want to make sure you give it overnight to dry. It'll say 4 to 6 hours on the package, but you want to fully let it cure before you ever try to torque that bolt. I put on the Grind King kingpins because the stock Bear kingpins didn't give me hardly any room after I did my customization, my little groove. So it's not much of a notch, but for me, it really helps. Once I lock into that, I'm good. And if I'm gonna slide like the full length of the truck up on the coping, that groove just slows me down, makes me feel control, and I get like less old guy panic, OG panic.